Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a different video planned for today than I originally did. I can't remember if I mentioned it in my last video, so I'm just going to address it now. I originally wanted to do a whole like sketchbook type of video, and long story short, but those oil pastels that I mentioned in my last video are trash. I thought I could get away with just getting some oil pastels at Walmart, but you can't apparently. So yeah, I went to like record me sketching something in my art journal with the oil pastels, realized they don't even blend. That's how trash they are. So I'm gonna hold off on that video idea until I get a better brand. Because the original oil pastels are a completely different brand. So I might just order from like Michael's or something and worry about that video another time. But for today, I am still going to continue finding my art style. And I think I'm actually getting closer to finding it. And I want to share that with you guys in case you kind of get to a point where you're lost in what you do in art, because that's where I was at. So I'm going to insert a lot of stuff, but for those who don't know, I majored in art in college, and as a requirement to graduate, we had to be in an art show. We had to create several art pieces with like a whole like thesis and stuff to go along with it, and we pretty much had to enter our stuff into the art show and somebody had to approve of it. And luckily for me, all of my stuff that I entered was approved. A lot of the people I graduated with only had one piece, but whoever our curator was just liked all of my stuff like together, I think is kind of how they worded it. Like they liked the whole setup like as a whole rather than just like, oh, I like all these pieces. It was just, I guess all my stuff really flowed together really well. I don't know. But anyway, in one of my pieces, I did two animations, but in one of my animations, I created this character, and I just really liked the character. I felt like I didn't really give it a full, chance to like shine, but it was always one of my favorite things that I ever designed as an artist. It kind of set the standard of my art. I feel like it kind of, oh, this is what I want to do. I don't want to do anything if it's not as good as this, and I just kind of put it on this high pedestal. And after I graduated college and had no sort of, I don't know, like I had no motivation, I had no materials, I had nothing to work with to continue creating art digitally. And so I just kind of lost it. And something that I found interesting and something that kind of kept me going and kept me motivated at the time that I created this character was a lot of people that were in my graduating art class, they said that my art was very Tim Burton-esque. And I love Tim Burton. I wouldn't say I'm like the biggest Tim Burton fan out there. There's definitely people who probably appreciate his art more than I do. But as people were saying that, I kind of became more inspired and motivated by him because of those comments. And so today, now in the present, that I'm trying to find my art style, I'm really trying to use that character to kind of figure out like, how did I get there? Because once I was there, I felt like I was like at the top of my art game. Like I felt like this is my style, this is what I like, this is what I'm good at doing, and I lost it, you know? I have several art pieces around the house that are, for the most part, abstract. I have a lot of abstract art, which I said it's definitely a strength of mine, but it's not my end goal in art. Abstract is not my end goal. I just love abstract art. But my end goal is something like this character that I created, and I want to spend this time trying to get to that point. I found what I could of this character, and I decided to just recreate it. Like, just completely, like, I mean, I traced the majority of it, because, like I said, I was very pleased with the final product of this character. I didn't want to change it. I just wanted to tweak some things, but, yeah, I ended up just completely retracing it and adding the details that I want. And so here it is. I'll probably insert stuff too so you can see it better, but yeah, after doing that, I suddenly felt motivated. And so I felt like, alright, I'm already at a good place. I haven't felt this motivated over digital art until I literally just retraced a design that was already created. But that's just how much this style just inspires me, I guess. And so I thought, you know what? Why don't I duplicate this and I will create something similar to it, but still have like a different character type of feel. And I created this. And I kind of hate it. But it didn't completely unmotivate me. It definitely motivated me more to create something better. I decided to scroll on Pinterest, and I was looking at different styles and techniques of not only Tim Burton, but just artists that have a similar style. Because I do feel like that's where I kind of fit in. But I want to create characters that it's clear that it's not Tim Burton, you know? I don't want someone to look at my art like, oh, that's Tim Burton, you know? Because I want my art to be known for me. And so I did a lot of studying, like a lot of studying of different designs that I was finding, and why do I like this? What can I do to this to make it mine? Or how can I just make a whole new art style that just doesn't exist out there? You know, I had to consider everything, and that's when I created this. I really love this, actually. I had mentioned in a past video that I was really struggling to just make a person, whether it was realistic, whether it was cartoon, whatever the case was, I just couldn't do it. As you can see on my channel, I rebranded, so you can see that I did get to that point. But this was the first probably digital illustration that I've created in the past like 3 or 4 years that I'm actually proud of. I actually really like this. And I thought, okay, why don't I try something similar, but tweak a few things, you know, change maybe the eyes, change maybe the hair, like, you know, use different brushes, use different colors, but still have the same vibe. And I created this. Now, I think I still like the first one better, but I do really like this. It's very simple, which is my thing. I do really, except for abstract. Abstract, I have a lot going on. And then when it comes to like my digital designs, it's very simple. But I really like this, especially because of the eyes and the teeth. Like I said, I wanted to create something that gave the same kind of vibe as that last one, but new, you know? I didn't do this teeth in the last one, I didn't do these eyes in the last one, hair, you know, a hand, whatever. It felt new, and I am pleased with it. And so looking at these two new characters, I felt even more inspired, and I was like, okay, what if I kind of went away from, like, the creepy feel and went a little more cute, because while I definitely enjoy the creepy side of art, I do have like a love for Disney and cute characters that they create, and so I wanted to create something that was a little cuter, still kind of weird, but definitely cuter and a lot more innocent than what I would normally create. I ended up creating this. Now, I I really like this. I think I like this better than the last one. I'm not sure about the first one or not, but I like this because it's different. It's different than anything I've created at this point. I don't normally create things that are just solely cute, and so I am very pleased with this. And when I created this, I learned something that I really like is kind of putting a shadow around everything. What if I combine the creepy and the cute, but make it very weird? And I still like the fruit idea, so I created this. Now, I don't know what this is, but I kind of like it. And so I feel like now looking at all of these characters, I feel like I'm getting somewhere. I'm getting to where I belong as a digital artist. That is where I'm at in terms of finding my art style. I think I'm a lot closer than I was before. And I guess the whole sketchbook thing not working out actually helped. It kind of pushed me to my last resort, which was pulling out old designs and just messing with them and see like where I go from there. Yeah, if you have any tips for me or if you want tips yourself, just let me know in the comments. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.